Hi everybody, Natasha Wilkinson here, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back to my channel. So, today I am going to talk about an exciting collection that will be launching this Tuesday, 29th of August. I know I'm a little bit late to the party with talking about this collection that is about to launch, and that's just because I have been super busy this month packing boxes and putting plans in place. We are getting ready to move to New South Wales sometime between now and December. As of yet I don't know, it depends on when we can get a place for rent. So we do have a very busy next few months ahead, which means a lot of the things that I would normally do a lot earlier are taking me a lot longer to get to. So I do apologise for that. But as I said, we're about to talk about a collection that will be launching on the 29th of August. There are a few items in this collection that have been delayed and that will be launching the 3rd of October due to Scentsy shipping delays, but the majority of this collection will be released 29th of August. We've got some new products and some other products coming out of the vault. So I'm about to talk to you about our Disney Villains collection. So it was quiet for a short minute until my son, he obviously knows when I'm doing videos, he was quietly playing in his room. I turned this video on and you can hear him. He's come out with his trucks, he's doing the beep beep sounds, he's doing everything. So that's life with me. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologise for what you're going to see because that's just, and I'm not going to retape, it's just life with me. It's showing what it's like, mum life, what it's like in my house. So let's delve into and talk about our Disney Villains collection showing. So as I said, the majority of this collection will be released this Tuesday. I'm reading here because we had early access for the bar bundles as a consultant on the 29th of August. I did not actually get the early bar bundles because I already have the early bar bundles in my collection, so there was no need for me to purchase something that I already had. So this collection launches 19th of September. There are 3 items that have been delayed that will be launching on the 3rd of October. So let's talk about what is coming with our Villains collection, shall we? So I don't have everything here. There are some new products coming and there are some products coming out of the vault. So the new products, I will be inserting pictures up above. So let's start off with our Disney Villains Just One Bite Scentsy Warmer. Now this looks phenomenal and I'm very tempted, but with me moving, I am really trying to be a good girl and not purchase all the things because it just means more things I have to pack to move with. But if you're a fan of the Evil Queen, if you're a fan of Snow White, this warmer will be right up your alley. So the Disney Villains Just One Bite Scentsy Warmer is inspired by the iconic symbol of Disney's Evil Queen's poisoned apple. It includes 2 inserts that can be used together or separately to illuminate the villainy that lies within. With the red sleeve placed inside the warmer first and the illustrated sleeve placed behind it, the evil queen remains hidden until the light bulb is illuminated. As I said, I am really tempted by this warmer. I don't know. I kind of like the villains side, but then I do the princess side of things when it comes to these fairy tales. Yes, they're the villains, they're not the heroes, they're not the heroines, but I kind of like their side of them, and I am drawn to their scents more that Scentsy have done over the, I guess you could say, the princess section. They just speak to me a little bit more personally. Maybe I'm a villain at heart. Who knows? So, that's the first new thing that will be coming out. And then we have a Ursula Scentsy Buddy. So, she is super cute. And she is our first, I guess you could say, Disney Scentsy Buddy. So I'm really excited to see the Ursula Scentsy Buddy. I will insert, as I said, pictures up above. So the Disney Villains Just One Bite Scentsy Warmer will be $85, and the new Disney Ursula Scentsy Buddy with the Poor Unfortunate Soul scent pack will be $76. And then you can also get the Poor Unfortunate Souls scent pack separate for $13 each. So that is what is coming out beside the bars, which we're about to talk about in a moment, on the 19th of September. What has been delayed has been our Wilted Fragrance Flowers. So there will be 3 new Wilted Fragrance Flowers that will be coming out on the 3rd of October, and they will be $34 each. So these fragrance flowers are super cool. I will be inserting pictures above, but you will be able to choose from Disney Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls, Disney Villains Just One Bite, or the Dark and Devious Disney scent. And they're actually coloured roses, and when they're put into the oils, they actually are meant to wilt and turn like a black. So that's a very super cool effect, and something a little bit different that Scentsy are doing. They're playing with the coloured dyes. So they will be shipping separately, as I said, from the 3rd of October, because there are delays with shipping with those particular scents. So our new Wilted Rose Fragrance Flowers with petals that gradually turn black as if they were poisoned from within. So that's something to look forward to a little bit later down the track. So now let's talk about the 3 scents that are coming out of the vault. Now I will say I prematurely deleted some of these scents from my club, thinking all 4 Disney Villain scents were coming back, and unfortunately they're not bringing back Maleficent Mistress of Evil. I had Just One Bite and Maleficent Mistress of Evil in my club, and when I saw spoilers that we were getting our Villains collections back, I did delete them out of my club just to save for a little bit. And unfortunately, lesson learned, wait till you get the full details of what's actually coming back, because they're not bringing back Maleficent, which means I've lost Maleficent from my club. But that's okay, I still have a lot of wax to get through, and I am able to put back Just One Bite into my club when it releases this Tuesday. So let's talk about the fragrances that are coming back out of the vault. So about Just One Bite first. So, of course, with a warmer like Just One Bite, you've got to have the matching fragrance. So this is the Evil Queen Just One Bite Wax Bar. As you can see, it's this gorgeous red bar. I have had this in my club since it came out the first time round. I've only just taken it out of my club with the expectations that it was coming back. So, we're now going to talk scents and what I think of them, what I think of their performances and things like that. So, this is, I think, being placed in the spice category, if memory serves me correct. Just One Bite. So, yes, Just One Bite has been placed in the spice category, and it is described as: the temptation is too much to resist when poisoned apple hidden deep in forest woods blends with warm cinnamon and menacing black molasses. So, if you love apple cinnamon scents, this is probably going to be right up your alley. Now, I will say, while this is not bakery, this to me almost borders on that bakery line, and it's that menacing black molasses, I think, that adds something a little bit extra to this that I don't typically find in other apple and spice scents. It adds almost this baked apple quality to my nose, and I absolutely love this in winter. I normally warm through 1 or 2 bars during winter, and I will normally put it in my kitchen because to my nose it does, even though it's not bakery and it's apple and spice, that black molasses adds this depth, it adds this warmth, and it makes it almost smell like a baked apple. This is absolutely fabulous. I love it. I do find it works well in my kitchen, and my kitchen flows into my oak here in this house. It's going to be interesting to see all these scents when I revisit them in the new house, whatever house we get, and see performance difference and see how things may have changed. But here in this house, our kitchen actually flows into our lounge room area, so it is in more of an open concept place, and I still do get pretty good performance with this. I wouldn't say it's high in your face my open concept, but it definitely hums in the background there in the kitchen, and it's absolutely fabulous. As I said, it will be going back into my club. So, the next scent that we're going to talk about, and this has been placed in the fruity category, and it was in my club for a while. I did end up taking it out, and it's not because I didn't like it, it's just because for me this is more of a summer scent, and if you've been around me any length of time, you know, for me, my summer collection is quite big and I struggle to get through what I have. So as much as I enjoy and I like this scent, I just wasn't reaching for it enough to warrant it being in my club. I've still got about 3 of these actually, which I'm trying to work my way through. And I also found, out of all the Villains scents, this is probably the lightest of the lot, and for me it had to be warmed in a bedroom, or it had to be warmed in a bathroom. It had to be warmed in smaller concept spaces because I didn't get much from it in an open concept space, and because I had so much summer wax and I could only get through so much in a period, it ended up being booted from my club. So, and that is Disney's Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls. It has been placed in the fruity category, and this is an alluring potion of wild blackberry, scarlet raspberry, bubbling goji berry wrapped up in vengeful vanilla silk will leave you spellbound. And this is a beautiful fruity scent. As you can see, this bar is a little bit old because it's supposed to be this blue colour, but as you can see, it's starting to get a bit juicy and discolouring to almost a purpley brown colour. So for me, this, even though it doesn't say it has any tropical notes in it, maybe because my mind's going back to The Little Mermaid as a movie. Sorry, not tropical notes, watery notes. And maybe because I think Little Mermaid, I think aquatic. This to me almost comes across a little fresh, fruity, aquatic to my nose. And it doesn't say anything about aquatic nose, but that could be my association with The Little Mermaid and Ursula being the villain in The Little Mermaid. But it has definitely got that really sweet, bright, fresh, fruity aspect about this. If you love fruity scents, you will like this. And as I said, it's bright, it's fresh, it's invigorating. It's just, for me, not a very high scale for open concept or longevity or something that works strong. It is on the softer side for me in my environment, for my nose. And the last one they're bringing back out of the vault, I will admit that this is the only one I haven't warmed, even though I've got 2 bars of them. They're really juicy, they need warming. I just haven't been able to bring myself to warm them based on what I can smell on cold. And I believe this is also, is it in the spice? Yes. So this is also in the spice category. And I love spice scents, but there's just something about this that for my nose I'm picking up something a little bit too deep. This is Disney Villains Dark and Devious Scentsy Bar. So this is brewed in black pepper, star anise and cinnamon. Stir up a plot with smoked absinthe and ancient hemlock for an ultimate revenge. So this is a very dark, deep spice bar to my nose. And that black pepper really sticks in the back of my nose when I do smell this. Now, as I said, I've got 2 bars to get through. I feel like I'm going to need to take a bakery scent like vanilla bean, buttercream or sugar cookie. Something sweeter just to tone that down for me personally to warm. And I will say, like, I did start off with 1 bar of this, and then I had someone give me their bar because they didn't like it, which is why I ended up with 2 bars. And when they gave me their bar, it was actually while we were away visiting family back in New South Wales, and so I had it in the bag. We've taken it out and I've popped it still in the bag, haven't warmed it. My husband's walked in and said, whatever you're warming, it smells like curry. And I'm like, well, actually, I don't have a warmer in this room. I'm not warming anything. But he could smell that in a bag. So I can tell you now, this is going to be a strong performer if my husband has thought I was warming something when I wasn't warming something, and this was closed and he was still smelling dark and devious. So performance wise, I will say without even warming it, yes, it's going to be open concept worthy. He gets curry from this on cold, so that is quite interesting to know. As I said, I don't want to discount it without warming it yet, but I'm not about to go and buy more. I want to warm what I've got first, but I think for me, I don't want my house smelling like curry. My husband doesn't want the house smelling like curry, so I feel like for me to sweeten it up, I'm going to need to take some type of vanilla scent and maybe do 1 cube to 2 cubes of something like vanilla bean buttercream or sugar cookie, where it's going to make this enjoyable and tone it down. So that is the Villains collection. So I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into what's coming on Tuesday. If you do not have a consultant in Australia and are looking for a consultant in Australia, I'm more than happy to help you out. I am accepting pre-orders for this collection. I will link the form down below if any of you are interested in ordering from the Villains collection, or you can hop onto my website, which I will also link below, and place orders yourself. As I said, I hope you enjoyed this collection. So for me, based on these 3 scents, my favourite is definitely Just One Bite. It will be going back into my club. I really do enjoy Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls. I don't know that I'm going to put this back in my club, but I will probably pick up a few more. And my least favourite would be Villains Dark and Devious. I do kind of wish they had brought Maleficent back out of the vault with these other 3, because that's the only one they didn't bring out of the vault from our Villains collection. So I do kind of wish we had full access to all of them, because I would have put that back in my club too, and that would have been probably equal favourite to Just One Bite if they brought that one out. But who's to say that it won't come out in a future date, or it won't get voted back in a future Bring Back My Bar. But if you love villains as much as I do, definitely check out that collection below. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.